10 foods with no carbohydrate, no sugar, and no regret. For years, Elena had danced between control and chaos. By day, she smiled through spreadsheets and meetings, dressed in confidence like armor. But by night, she stood alone in front of the fridge, hunted by hunger, haunted by numbers. Blood sugar, weight, insulin units. They whispered things she didn't want to hear. She didn't look sick, but inside, her body was a war zone. Type 2 diabetes had crept in slowly. First came fatigue, then blurred vision, then the prescription bottles that multiplied like shadows. Her doctor told her what not to eat: pasta, rice, fruit juices, bread, and suddenly food became the enemy. And yet, food had always been her first love. But something changed. One evening, after a dizzy spell left her gasping on the kitchen floor, Elena realized something simple and terrifying. She could no longer afford betrayal. Not from anyone, not even her dinner. So she made a promise, not just to count carbohydrate or cut sugar, but to rediscover food that gave more than it took. Food that would not lie, and that's where her true recovery began, with 10 honest foods. No carbohydrate, no sugar, no secrets. Let us walk her path. 1. Fresh meat, pure power, 0 games. The first thing she learned: meat does not lie. Unprocessed cuts of beef, chicken, lamb, or turkey offered no fine print, no hidden sweeteners, no slow-burning starch, just protein, iron, zinc, and clarity. Each bite steadied her blood sugar like a metronome. No peaks, no crashes, only strength. Returning slowly to the body that had been running on empty for too long. Grilled, roasted, pan-seared, meat became her loyal sentinel. 2. Fish and shellfish, clean, cold, and honest. Then came the ocean. There was something poetic about a grilled salmon fillet, golden at the edges, rich with omega-3 fatty acids. Elena felt it heal her in ways medicine never had. Shrimp, cod, sardines, all 0 carbohydrate, 0 sugar, and full of anti-inflammatory magic. She didn't just feel lighter, she felt cleaner, as if every bite was washing away years of neglect. 3. Eggs, the morning pact. In a world full of unreliable breakfasts, eggs never let her down. No cereal crash, no jam-coated guilt. Just 6 grams of protein, 0 sugar, and 0 carbohydrate wrapped in a golden shell. Boiled, scrambled, poached, they were her silent ritual each morning. Her body didn't spike, her cravings didn't roar, and for the first time in years, she didn't fear the first meal of the day. She welcomed it. 4. Healthy fats, the most misunderstood ally. Fat. That 4-letter word she'd been taught to fear. But when Elena drizzled olive oil on steamed greens or dropped butter into her morning coffee, something miraculous happened. She felt full, truly full. Not bloated, not spiked, not sleepy. Just satisfied. Avocado oil, ghee, animal fats, all 0 carb, 0 sugar. They didn't betray her insulin. They didn't whisper cravings. They fed her brain and steadied her nerves. In a world obsessed with low-fat lies, she had found her truth in real fat. 5. Aged cheeses, elegant and guiltless. Brie felt like indulgence. Cheddar tasted like confidence. Parmesan, shaved over roasted vegetables, made her feel alive again. Hard cheeses, aged and simple, were surprisingly low in carbohydrate. Some even had none at all. They offered protein, calcium, and flavor without cost. No guilt, no glucose backlash, just a quiet, savory joy. Elena allowed herself that pleasure, And it didn't hurt her. It helped her heal. 6. Black coffee and unsweetened tea. Sharp and steady. She used to sip caramel lattes, frothy with sweetness, unaware of the sugar bombs slipping past her lips. Now, her coffee was black, bold, uncompromising. Her tea was green, herbal, or black, all unsweetened, all carb-free. No insulin spikes, no foggy crashes, just antioxidants and alertness. A silent engine that powered her mornings with grace. And when cravings whispered in the afternoon, she reached for warmth, not candy. 7. Water, the forgotten healer. There was nothing fancy about water, but when Elena started drinking 3 liters a day, everything changed. Her skin cleared, her appetite calmed, her blood sugar flattened. She added lemon slices, mint, cucumber, turning each glass into a little ceremony. She gave up soda. She gave up juice. But she gained clarity. Hydration wasn't just about thirst. It was about detoxing the betrayal sugar had left behind. 8. Herbs and spices. Flavor without sin. She learned that flavor didn't need to come from sugar. Her hands grew confident with turmeric, cumin, oregano, and cinnamon, each a miracle in itself. She dusted her roasted cauliflower with paprika, steeped her chicken in garlic and thyme. These were zero-carb, zero-sugar treasures, pulled from ancient lands and spice drawers. They woke up her kitchen. They woke up her life. 9. Vinegar and mustard, the sharp truth. Condiments had always been her downfall, sauces that hid sugar behind salt and color. But vinegar, especially apple cider and white, was a different story. It helped lower her post-meal blood sugar. It brightened every dish. And mustard, pure and yellow or spiced and strong, gave her boldness without consequence. She read every label like a secret message, and when the ingredients spoke plainly, she trusted them. 10. Bone broth, the midnight rescue. There were still hard nights. Cravings don't vanish overnight. Some evenings, she stood at the fridge trembling, remembering old habits. But now, instead of reaching for cookies, she warmed a mug of bone broth. Savory, healing, zero sugar, zero carbohydrate, rich in collagen, electrolytes, and comfort. It soothed her, nourished her, held her together when the day had frayed her nerves. It wasn't just food. It was a lifeline in a mug. The truth on her plate. Elena didn't become perfect. She became powerful. These 10 foods didn't promise miracles. They didn't advertise weight loss in 7 days. They didn't glow on magazine covers. But they were clean. They were honest. And day by day, they gave her something back. Agency. Her blood sugar no longer ruled her. Her cravings no longer controlled her. Her meals were no longer battles. They were boundaries, carefully drawn, fiercely protected. She no longer asked, "What can I eat?" She asked, "What will serve me?" And these 10 foods, they served her, fully, faithfully, without compromise.